Hey everyone, my name is Jason, or Jace, you can call me either. But this is gonna be like my first video of me actually talking to the camera for more than a couple seconds. And before I get into what this video is, if you hear meowing, it's my cat. He is in the room with me. And if there's any noises, I'm so sorry. But a couple days ago, I was officially 1 year on testosterone. If you don't know what that is, I'm female to male transgender, so I was born in a female's body, but I identify as male. And I started hormone replacement therapy a year ago, and this is basically a comparison as to what's changed, what hasn't changed. So I'm gonna start from like the bottom and work my way up to the top of my head. First I'm gonna talk about height. Now I'm 5'3.5". I'm shorter than the average male, and like I'm dysphoric about my height, but it's not as big as like my chest dysphoria or like how my voice dysphoria was before. But when you start T, you don't grow. What actually happens is your growth plates close and basically seal, so you don't grow anymore. But what can happen, my doctor, he said, now since you haven't hit your growth spurt, so if you haven't hit your growth spurt before you start T, there is a slightest sliver of possibility that you would hit your growth spurt and grow taller than what you would have if you weren't on T. And I didn't hit my growth spurt before I started T, but my growth plates closed and I didn't go through my growth spurt, so I didn't gain any height, which it bothers me, but it doesn't. Like, I knew that I was probably not gonna grow any taller. My leg hair, there's a lot of it, and what I found is it didn't really like get longer or like thicker. It held more moisture, so like I shave my legs once in a while, if like, especially in the hotter months, because I'll get like really sweaty because I'm a dancer, so it'll just like all the sweat will build up and it's gross and it doesn't feel good, and sometimes it doesn't smell good. Even like if I take a shower and then I go and sweat, it doesn't smell that great. It's a different odor than when I used to sweat before. I'm going to talk about hot flashes. Those are a thing. When I don't experience them much now, but when I was first starting testosterone, I had them like almost every day. They were not fun, but I mean, it's all worth it in the end. But those were very prominent. My appetite didn't really increase. That's because of some like stuff that I've gone through, like eating disorders. Like, it didn't like do the same as how like when guys start T, they like have like a big appetite and like they just want to eat and eat and eat. That's not how it went for me. If anything, I lost my appetite more, and like it's just like coming back. Like, some days I'll want to eat everything I see, and then other days I just won't want to eat at all, and that just has to do with like personal things. Being horny, like your sex drive increasing, that is, at the beginning it wasn't bad for me, and then like 3 months in, I was like, wow, like I have no words for it. And then like now it's not as bad, and same with like the hot flashes. So now moving up a little bit to my lower region. I'm not gonna try and like say like specific things, although I'm gonna have to, because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. But moving up to my lower region, one thing that other trans guys on YouTube don't mention is that vaginal dryness is a thing. So what can happen when you're on T is you can have, like, your downstairs area can become really dry from being on tea. And it doesn't happen to a lot of people, but it does happen. And there is, like, I think there's, like, cream, I think it was, or, like, something that, like, you can put, like, on the outer side, or, like, kind of, like, on the inside layer down there, just to make sure, like, make it not dry and, like, not itchy. I experienced a little bit of dryness, but not so much that I needed to have the cream. Another thing that happens down there is your clitoris, or clitoris, however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. It grows basically to, like, I call it a little micro penis, because it's like, it depends how much it grows. Like, I think it can grow, like, to this much, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure. But mine grew, like, this much, so, like, it's like a little micro penis, and, like, it becomes really sensitive. Like, you don't know how sensitive it is until you start tea, because then it's really sensitive, and you're like, wow, like, I didn't know that part of my body was, like, really, 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 really sensitive. And it is, and sometimes it's annoying if you're, like, wearing, like, certain, like, boxers, and it rubs up against it, like, in class, and you're sitting there, like, this is not a time to be sexually aroused, because it makes you sexually aroused because it's sensitive, and it makes you feel good. Moving further up, my hips haven't really changed. Like, they're about the same, if not, like, not smaller, but, like, less prominent, I would say. Like, I don't really know how to say that. I think like, less prominent. Like, it's not as bad as it was, because, like, they were very defined before, and they're not really anymore. My sides, they still swoop in, like, I don't know, if you won't be able to tell, but they still, like, go in a little bit, which I'm self-conscious about, because, like, sometimes my shirts, like, go in, and it's annoying. Weight gain, I have gained weight, and that, like, gaining weight was, like, my, like, least favorite thing about it, but it's not like bad weight. It's more muscle weight, and I understand that, but, like, my brain just doesn't want to, like, think of that, like, it that way. But I have gained weight, and it kind of just stays in a steady, like, zone. It doesn't, like, go up high if I eat a lot and, like, stay there for a little bit. It just stays, like, in the same realm. Moving up higher to my chesticles, they have become a little bit smaller, but that's because the fat distribution, like, the fat from here, like, kind of shifted throughout, and so they're not as big as they were. Like, I'm not wearing a binder right now, so, like, you could, like, see, like, the divots, but, like, it's not as bad, and I am supposed to be getting top surgery within the next couple months, so I'm not as, like, self-conscious of them right now, because I know that they're going to be gone soon, and that they are smaller than what they were. Because when I first started tea, I used KT tape once, and I had to use, like, 5 strips, because I had a much bigger chest than what I do now. And now I can only use, like, 2 or 3, and it'd be totally fine, and it'd be flat. But, like, that's one pro with testosterone. For most trans people, it does take some of the fat from there and distribute it elsewhere to fill out your curves that you would have had when you were feminine. My muscles, I don't work out, and, like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. No, you can't see it if you're here. But I don't work out, but there is more muscle than what I had. I mostly use my legs, so, like, I longboard everywhere. I longboard to school, so my legs are really muscular, but my arms are like wet noodles. Wet, soggy noodles. That's what my arms are. I have, like, no arm strength because I just don't work out, but if you did, you'd have, like, awesome muscles. I don't, and I don't want awesome muscles, but Alright, I keep pausing the video because I'm sick and like I need to cough and I don't want to cough in a video. That's why there's so many cuts and like jump cuts in this. I'm so sorry. Alright, moving up. My collarbones are very more prominent now, which I love because I love my collarbones. They're like my favorite thing about my body besides my eyes. My neck got thicker. Like my neck's like very wider than what it was. I think my neck was like here, and now it's up to here. Like it's very wider than what it was. My face is it's a little chubbier, but like not at the same time. Like I look at pictures of like before and now, and my face, like my jawline was more defined, but then it wasn't at the same time. Like if I turn to the side, you can definitely see my jawline, but like I don't know how to describe it. It's my face is different. That's yeah. So facial hair. I do get a lot of facial hair, like right here and right here, and like some here, and then I do get like some here. But I try to shave it like every 2 weeks because it gets annoying and I get pimples in it. Like, I have like a pimple right here and like up here and some here. This is the mole right there. But like, yeah, if you can see, I'm getting like hair here. I'll get like random strands of hair just like popping up in different places. This side was more thicker, like more hair grew in this side than this side, but now more hair is growing this side than this side. My body confuses me, honestly. So my eyebrows got thicker, but I had to pluck them and like shape them because I don't know if you can tell, probably not because it's not that bad, but this eyebrow was all like dry and caked and like there were scabs in it and everything. And like I don't itch my eyebrows, but I don't know, I think it was just like my skin reacting to I had spikes on my piercing, and I think it was just the kind of metal the spikes were that my eyebrows were reacting to. But they were like really dry and crusty and like they were gross, so I had to like fix them because I needed to be able to apply cream properly and not like messily, so that way my skin would heal. So I don't know if that's actually a thing like on testosterone, if other people's eyebrows have gotten like dry and cakey or not, but mine did. I'm not blaming it on testosterone. I don't know what it could have been, but it's a possibility. My voice, I'm gonna save that for last because that's like the biggest part of the entire video, is do a voice comparison. That's like the biggest part. So we're gonna do my hair. My hairline hasn't, now that I'm looking at it, actually, this side's more fuller than this side, but I never really looked at my hairline, and now that I see it, it has receded some. Like, it was like up to here, so like it has receded quite a bit, but I don't really pay attention to my hairline, because I, like, during the summertime before school started, I was like going through like a rough patch, and I was like, why not shave my head? So I ended up shaving my head, and it's grown back like a lot. Like it was like this short on the top, and like it's grown back like quite a bit. Like I could probably like put it up in like a tiny little mohawk, which I actually would probably look really nice. But my hair grows back quick but slow. Like the top grows slow, the sides grow fast. My leg hair grows fast. I shaved my arms recently because they were really dry. So I shaved here like a week ago, and like there's like barely any hair that has grown back. So like some parts of my body hair grows fast, some doesn't. But I like, yeah, my hairline receded quite a bit. I never really noticed because I didn't pay attention. So now I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I'm good besides the voice. So I'm gonna insert a clip. Hey everyone, it's Jace, and this is my voice 1 year on testosterone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. and become a member of my fam. I don't know what I'm going to call you guys, but we'll figure that out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You should leave me comments down below what videos I should make. They can be trans related, they can be anything. I'm open to all video ideas, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much.